So this will be the third video in the series using the magazines and the free gifts that come with them. And in this one, this is Simply Cards and Papercraft, issue 181 from September of 2018. If you can see that. It's probably not going to focus on it. My camera doesn't like this tiny print. But there it is, September 2018. You can see it blurrily. It gives you some great ideas how to use this set. So this is the set that we're looking at. We've got an embossing folder, which I'm not planning on using today. But then we've got this really cute stamp set. Let me just get that a little closer so that we can see those stamps without a glare. I don't know that I can do it without a glare. But we've got a really neat little die cut truck and tree. I wish my camera would focus. I don't know what the deal is. It's like I get too close and it won't focus. I get too far away and it won't focus. Come on. There it is. So we've got the little tree with a star and the pickup truck. That's a die. And then we have the stamp set. We've got Let It Snow, loads of birthday wishes, because there are a lot of birthdays during December and the winter season. A couple of little snowflakes, a star for the top of your tree. That is an outdoor tree, and that is a decorated tree. A couple of little flowers. We've got a snowman with his little hat. He's tipping his hat with his little hand over here. A pile of presents. Drive home for Christmas is one of the sentiments, and this is just a little embellishment stamp. We've got Christmas is coming, sending loads of love. This looks like a bundle of packages as well, and they're just like mostly heart-shaped and letters. A sign that says Santa's Workshop, and it's pointing that way. Special delivery, and some snow. So you could even take these stamps and stamp them into the bed of the pickup truck. That would probably be really, really cute. So what I am hoping to do today is a Copic colored image. Remember, this one also came with these papers. I think what we'll do is we'll pick out one of these papers to be the background, or not the background, but like the layered image in the background. And these are tiny images to color, but I think we're gonna try it, and maybe we'll try our hand at some. That's a really cute one. I really like that. We'll try our hand at coloring a background with our Copics, and then they just repeat again back here. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna move this to the side. Let's see what kind of, oh, and you know what I just realized? This tree die fits either one of these trees perfectly. It's like I knew that, but I just totally skipped it. So here are some of the ideas that came with it. Look how cute that is. That's using one of the backgrounds that came in the book. And then it's got the little snowman. The pickup truck is die cut. Oh, it's tire tracks. That little stamp is tire tracks for the truck. How cute is that? And then they stamped and cut out some of those trees. Here you've got the pile of presents in the back of the pickup, and they used the embossing folder in the background. I don't know if you can see that. This one they did just different ones cut out on the paper that they provided, and it says driving home for Christmas. Let's see if there's any more. Oh, there are some. Oh, look at that. They used the flowers and stamped it. Cute. This one they used a circle die and cut out the center and set that back in there. That's one of the printed papers that came in the set. It says Christmas is coming, and then it's got the matching little pickup truck and the Christmas tree in the back. This one is super cute. This one says loads of birthday wishes, and it's a pickup truck with the balloons. That's a great way to make a masculine birthday card any time of year. And then we've got one last one here. We've got Christmas in a gold die cut that's not part of this set. We've got the decorated tree in the back of the pickup truck, and it says Christmas is coming, and they made that a shaker behind the gold Christmas. We've got some of those trees die cut, and then Santa's workshop is looks like it's white heat embossed on some craft cardstock or brown. Super cute. And they cut like some snow in the background for the bottom, and that looks like it for the examples that they gave in this magazine of that one. Oh, look how pretty those are. Gorgeous colors. Oh, here's a couple more. That one they also used the little truck and some of the trees. I think that's pretty much it. They used some of the papers in the set to make some of these things. Oh, look at that. They made some of these mason jars, and it tells you how to make them. On the snow globe, it tells you how to make that. Super cute. Fun stuff. All right, well, let's get started. Oh, look, here's samples on the back. It tells you exactly what they made. Mason jar is really cute, and then there's a sneak peek of everything that came with it. All right, so I've pre-cut some Bristol Smooth paper, and I've got my Momento ink so that I can stamp that little snowman. And this is just my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, the clear sparkle. I pulled that out because that's always good to have for snow scenes. And I'm gonna take a chance and use my block. Normally I use my Misty for stamping, but I think today, oh my goodness, I can't get these off. Definitely some sticky little boogers. All right. I might need to use the Misty because I don't know how well this is gonna stamp. So I'm gonna put my snowman like right about here. See how well he stamps. That's not really too crisp. It'll do. I'll go over it with a black pen if I need to. Just gonna wipe him off with a baby wipe. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not yet, because I want to use some masking paper and also stamp him on here so that I can cut him out. Guess I could be on camera, huh? I'm just gonna stamp him on this masking paper, and you know that doesn't have to be perfect because we just want to make sure that we are able to cut him out. So cleaned him off, and I'll just stick him back in here, and then I stamp one of these on the masking paper as well. So I can cut that out, and then we'll bring this image back. Oh, I don't want to stamp those in black, I don't think. I can stamp these black trees after, or green trees, after I do some Copic coloring, but I'm afraid they might not show up. So that's why I did the mask. I might need to do more than one for the mask. But for these, I'm going to use some different color Momento dewdrops, and this is just my dewdrops. You've probably seen this before. It's just my storage for my dewdrops. So I'm gonna ink up this first tree with, I don't know with what, bamboo leaves. And I'm going to stamp that one up here. Oh, there we go. And I think that's going to create my trees. I was thinking about stamping one more, but I don't think I will. Put away the Momento inks. I don't think I need that mask for the trees after all, because I'll just go around it. So I'm just going to cut out my snowman. We're going to keep the bottom white where he's sitting, but now we have a snowman mask. So I'm going to get rid of all this. And I can save this and use it again and again. I'll just keep it with the stamp set. I'll probably do the same thing with the tree. So cover up his little hat there. There we go. So now my mask is in place. So I've gathered some of my Copics, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to put this white sheet down so when I color I don't get it on my craft mat. But I'm gonna create a wintry, kind of a night sky, and these are the colors I'm gonna use. This one is B23. And I'll post the colors that I use below. There we go. And the round one over there on the end is B23. But I'll post them below and on screen so you can take a note of those. These that I have out are for my shadow, and then these over here are for the snow. And we'll go over those in just a little bit. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, and that is the B23. And I am just going to come in and create some little wisps. I'm going to try not to color over my trees too awfully much. I'm going to put a lot of color in here. Oh, my little snowman mask came off. That's not going to be good if he's not going to stay. And we can come back and color those in better, but I'm going to go all the way across the top. I'm going to come in from this edge, and it's okay because I'm going to be able to cut some of this off if I want to. And I know this is going to look terrible right now, but you'll see it all come together, I promise. And I went a little high there, but that's okay. I mean, a little low, that's okay. This is just to kind of give me a base where we want all of the colors to go. So this is that BV23. This is the lightest one. And what I want to do is just kind of lightly wisp back and forth and cover all of this. I want to fade in some of these lines here around these trees. Look at that. Fantastic. So look at that. We've got a nice night sky now. Look at those colors. I don't know if you can see it really well. It just looks like a bunch of dark blue. But it really is. There's some purple in there. And we'll take off our little snowman now and we'll stick him with the stamp set. Hopefully he sticks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the CO2 and see if I can pull back some of that blue color there under the tree. And just kind of saturate it out and it'll blend out. I'm going to color in the open spots in the tree with this CO2 so it all makes sense. And I'm just kind of putting a little bit of color underneath each one of those trees. See how it helped fade that out? That's perfect. And this is CO2, or no, just C2, sorry. I'm used to seeing the ones that have the zeros, like the BVs and stuff. I just went around him. Again, this looks like a hot mess, but just wait for it. It'll all be good. It's going to come together, you watch. So also with the C2, I'm going to make some little snow lines. That was with C2. C3, I'm going to skip that for now. And I'm going to come in with C4, a really light hand, and try to make these a little bolder. Just coming out from the sides of the tree where the snow would maybe blow up against the trees. And our little snowman to kind of have some ground there. Right. C5. Not gonna go all the way out, but just right up underneath those trees. This is C5. Just up underneath them, and then right up here underneath this little pile of snow, I'm just kind of lightly tapping the marker down. And then we'll go back, and I'm gonna pull out C1 and go over all of this area up here. And that'll just kind of fade all of that together. And the background will smooth out. Now, what I'm doing is I'm not covering the full area down here, but I am covering it slightly. Just going over those areas again around the trees so that that blends out some more. Around where our snowman friend is, blending out those lines. Let me go back with the C1. And instead of going straight back and forth, I'm kind of curving my marker so that it will give that effect of soft snow. There. So now I've got our little snowman. This is my shadow colors that I picked, but I think I'm going to use them for my snowman. So I've got N2, N3, and N4. N4 is going to be this outside darkest edge of the little snowman. And I'm just coming in just barely on the edge, going underneath where his scarf is, right along the bottom, along the edge of his little face. Then I'm going to come in with the next color, which is N3. So that was N4 that I just used. Just extending that out just a little bit, because remember, it's nighttime. Go all the way across on the bottom. And I'm just lightly touching it. And then I'm going to use N2. Extend that out even further. And I'm going to go back to C1. And I'm going to use C1 to blend out all these grays and take out some of that color. So my snowman isn't quite so dark. It's not quite that dark out. I would like him to have a little carrot nose. And I think I'm going to use YR04 for that. And it's such a tiny spot to shadow or to color. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I am going to pull out C7 for his little hat. And I'm just going to come in on the very edges. With C7. And then I think I will go straight to C3, because again, it's a really small area. And I'll just blend those together. You can see how quickly they blend, how nice that looks. I use R29 on his little hat. Here. Again, it's not anything that you can blend. And I think I'm going to color his little gloves the same way. Like, you can't even really color it. You just kind of have to touch the marker tip to the image because it's so dark. I'm going to use the C0. Just continue to push back some of that color from him. Pull out all the C markers. And you can always use your colorless blender to take away some of that color. That snowman looks really dark on camera. He's really not that dark. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better what he looks like. Whoops, not with the chisel tip. I'll lighten that up a little bit around his nose. See how easy it is to take some of that color out? Use it over here on this too. It just moves the color around a little bit. And keeps it moving. I'm gonna come in with CO1 and blend out that. I think I'm going to color his little scarf using the same BV08 that I used in the sky. So I'm just going to color every other thing here on his little scarf, the little stripes. Then I'll leave those white ones white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to CO use my colorless blender to take some of that color out of those little squares. A couple of different pens here to use. I have my Micron pens and I have the Staedtler pigment liner. I'm gonna use that to outline my little snowman. Some of him, he kind of got lost in the so much better. So there's my little snowman. He's a little darker than I wanted him to be, but that's okay. So this is just a white Jelly Roll 08 pen. And what I am going to do is going to add some snow to my trees where those white spaces are, and add some snow in the sky. And if you're familiar with Jelly Roll pens, you know it'll kind of pick up the color of whatever's under it, so fully aware of that, but that's okay. So there we go. Here's my snow, my little snowman. I think what we'll do is we'll use some Versafine now that we're finished coloring, and I'm going to lay my stamp on my stamp pad, really, because that's the smartest thing. I think I'm tired. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to line this up with the line on the stamp block. And maybe we stamp it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I was gonna try to curve it, but Christmas is coming. Does that look straight? No, that looks pretty straight. So what I'm gonna do is, Versafine just inks so nice. I'm just gonna center that right down here at the bottom. And quickly wipe that Versamark off of my block. If you worked with Versamark, you know how much fun that can be. Kind of gets sticky on your blocks. My Misty, it gets really bad. I get it everywhere. I don't know if you guys have problems with that. I have to like really clean it off. New baby wipe is gonna take it off when it gets that bad. So, used Versamark to stamp that. And I'll list all of these Copics down below, along with the jelly roll and the Staedtler pen that I used. Next is I'm just going to trim a little bit of the edge off of this. I did cut it by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm just going to cut a little smidgen off. And so there's that. Let me get this out of the way. A2 folding card. And this is just one that I have pre-cut and pre-scored that I did myself. Came with these cute little papers. Just for a little edge to give it some pop. Perfect. So I don't know about you guys, but I used to be really good at getting all of these magazines and saving them and not using the stuff that comes with them. And then I figured, oh, what am I doing? I'm collecting these? This is silly. So that's the reason for this. I'm just gonna, I'm going to align this as best I can. I guess I should align it from the bottom of the card, from the side rather, where the fold is. And that way, if I didn't cut it straight, I can always trim the edges, but it looks like it did pretty good. So now our card will fit on there. I put a little bit of extra on it since this is heavier weight paper. This here is just really thin, almost like scrapbooking paper. Try to center that as best I can. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this process video. I really enjoyed coloring the background and adding the little snowman, and he did turn out a lot lighter in the end. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you do subscribe, please remember to click the little bell so that you'll get notifications the next time I post new content or if I go live on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep it crafty.